Okay.
Phew. Phew. And you're next to her, so I get to also do that.
Hey.
Yeah, so that is actually, yeah, it's enough to just end its life in one turn. You just stab, and then you stab it, and then like kick it off, and you can hear like the bones snapping because they're brittle or whatever, and they falls to the ground, doesn't move any longer.
Dang.
And then you're gonna heal yourself.
Half a decent heal.
Cool, awesome. You gonna move, Farron?
Yeah. I'm gonna move over to this one.
Okay, cool. Farseer Obek.
Alrighty. So, spear time, just stab it again.
Hey, you hit.
And Obek will forego his attack again to yell over at Kira, "Finish it off! There's more zombies from the alleys!" And
Okay. So Kira gets a new attack on the creature, because it doesn't matter which one, but on the creature right in front of her.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll that.
Right. Sorry, that's me. Right. Yes.
To be fair, I should use the names. Ooh.
Oh.
Unfortunately, she wasn't prepared for that, right? Because you weren't distracting it or anything. So she probably yells back something like, "I'm trying."
Man, bringing on the bitch factor.
Mm-hmm. And that is it for Obek.
All right, Hannibal,
So,
it's your turn.
yeah, I know. I'm moving. Getting up to about right here.
Mm-hmm.
See that zombie right there?
Yeah, it's like crawling over the barrels towards Aelin.
I'm moving my hex onto it.
Yep.
And then Halen doesn't know I'm here, so she's going to get surprised when these Eldritch Blasts come over her fucking shoulder.
Yeah, it's you're invisible to the end of your turn, right?
Yeah, until I make an action. Pew, pew. So I technically had advantage on the first one.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. So let me roll. Ooh. So
And
you
that
smash
blasts
it.
At 20. Yeah,
Yeah.
blast at 20 feet into the boxes.
Yeah, so it's difficult terrain, so it only goes 10 because it's tumbling over boxes.
Does that work like that?
Yeah, it has to move. Like, it has to move across the difficult terrain regardless of the difficult terrain. And it's like it stops moving for a moment, and you think you've done it, and then you see it like kind of like raise its head. But I think that it is prone because of its situation. So we'll go ahead and make it prone, so it has a mo harder time of getting to you.
Mohala.
Mm-hmm. So this creature is done being made a fool of, although he has to dash, even get in range anymore. But that's probably the last mistake he ever makes. Which brings us to Aelin. It's your turn. You see this creature is still moving, but barely.
Yeah, and also her path freed up a tiny bit. I think she's gonna try to approximate where Jericho is talking to the people and just try to start running towards them.
Yeah, you probably see him like
better path for them to get out.
Yeah, you probably see him like turn over his shoulder and be like, grab him and move, right?
Yep. So, I mean, I'm gonna move to like here, and then I don't really. So, am I gonna have to get all of these, or?
So the deal is if you can see it, you can walk on it, but it's difficult terrain. There is a creature right here though, in this square. So like for example, you could go up here, but it's an extra 10 feet instead of 5 feet.
I was gonna go like right in front of me, up.
Oh, then yeah, you would have to scramble up there and roll a base, like make a 10 or higher on a athletics or acrobatics to scramble up to the top of that barrel.
Okay, and to the best of my knowledge, that would make me able to like help assist them up out of there.
I mean, based on what you can see, you think they're back here somewhere.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, if you want to make a basic athletics or acrobatics.
Well.
So what probably happens, and I think this is how I'm going to do it, is you go to scramble.
Need to lift more, bro.
You go to scramble up on the barrel, and the barrel begins to topple over, and so you have to like duck out of the way as it falls to the ground. But it has cleared a bit of a path.
Happy accident.
Yeah, I meant to do that.
It's fine. It's fine. That's what I meant. Okay, so yeah, I guess that's what happens then.
Okay. Cool. And that's technically your action to do that.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So it's these guys' turn, and I think there's only 2 of them left. I think one of them's going to attack Obek, and one of them's going to attack Kira. So on Obek, claws. Hey, it's a hit. Can you make a Constitution save, please, Farseer Obek?
That I can do. Hey! Alright.
Nice. So you take the 5 damage, but you're not paralyzed. And then the one on Kira is a hard miss. So then here... Oh, the boy also... Forgot to do that last 0 turn. So this one here is going to turn towards Daniela. And he still gets all 3 of his attacks. So... Claw. Fight. Okay. So the first claw hits. Daniela takes 8 damage from it. Not too big a deal, though. And then the one up here... I'm going to make an intelligence saving throw for him. Okay, he passes. So he's going to attack you, Jericho. He's ignoring the giant hand that's beating him into oblivion.
So be it.
Basically, if he had rolled pretty much any worse, I would have just had him attack the hand. But man, that was fortuitous, I think.
Let's see it.
All right, so claw, fight.
Ow.
Also, I love how he rolled a natural 20 and he got a 16.
He has -4.
What are the chances?
Zombies
Alright,
are not that intelligent.
So that's 8 damage, and anything else for me?
If your hand is concentration, you will be required to make 2 Constitution saves.
Let me take a double check there. It is not.
It's not?
Balls. Yes, it is.
Okay, it is. Okay, yep. So 2 Constitution saving throws, please.
I was about to say, that'd be fucking insane.
Yeah.
Well, I think, like, for example, Jackson, I think spiritual weapon is not concentration.
Yep.
So,
That's different in my opinion.
Con saves. Oh, Lord. Okay, here goes.
Did we finally find something Jericho's not good at?
Damn it!
Oh no! Oh no!
Handy!
Yeah, so
Wait, aren't
God.
you able to inspire yourself?
So Jericho,
No.
I think that how this plays out is you see a spark of intelligence flare in the zombie's eyes, and you're like, "Wait, what?" And then it attacks you, and it breaks your concentration, just simply by showing signs of intelligence. And the hand dissipates.
Can we skip ahead to my turn again? I need to wreck some people.
It's almost there. It's almost there. So I think that brings us to Zombro's turn. One's going to attack you, Farron, and this one stands up and is going to it's going to try and climb up climb over the barrels to get to you, Aelin. But it will have to make a check to do that. Just need to beat a 10. It's no big deal, right?
Hopefully he's this good. Aww. Damn it.
So he makes it over to here, and then he's going to start swinging at you. Well, just the one attack.
Lol. Okay.
Hits you for 5 damage. Not a huge deal. And then Farron, you're also going to take an attack here.
Yes.
Very clear. So, Marilla, it is your turn.
Indeed. Well, bitch boy over here is going to take some hits. So,
Mm-hmm.
but first, he's going to take a nice heavy shield to the face. And,
Yep,
I
he
think,
is
I
not
think a
prone.
29 beats his 12. Could be wrong, though. And yeah, just going to make 2 attacks on his prone body. And
Let's see it.
first one, 28. And the next one, 26.
Right. And that is enough. Cool. So, Kira Malia's turn. Couple more hits. So, Liam, can you roll the attacks and kill this guy?
I can.
Waiting. I await with bated breath.
Stabby, stabby, stabby. You just let me know if anything dies.
Yeah. So I think that this creature dies pretty significantly in the first hit. Which means that if you want, you could have these two move up to support Obek with those rest of those attacks.
No, I'm fine with it.
Precisely, yes.
Okay, yeah. So
Hey, don't
You're
mind.
not there,
move 'em.
boss!
we move them up there.
By the way,
The rest of
I
these
found-
attacks.
Yay!
By the way,
So excited.
Jordan.
Yeah.
I figured out why I can see them.
Why?
I have control of Malia's token.
Oh, do you have control of the token itself?
Yes.
Same reason for me too.
That makes sense.
It all makes sense now. Okay, now none of you should be able to see it, right?
No.
Correct.
Sorry.
Also,
I should have realized sooner.
Well, no, that's that totally makes sense. That's why, because she's not set up to be controlled by the character sheet. So when I was changing the character sheet, I'm like, why can you still see them? I get it now. Makes sense. Cool.
Yep.
Doesn't matter. But they actually do just enough damage to kill that ghoul as well, believe it or not. So that brings us to Daniela's turn, who just needs to beat the ever-loving hell out of this thing over here.
Yeah, seems about right.
Believe it or not, 11 is a hit. Roll 2d20 for me. So, she decapitates the zombie. Just and then also cuts one of its arms off. But I think she realizes quickly she didn't do it. She didn't swing hard enough to actually decapitate it or actually cut its arm off. It's almost like when she made contact with that part of the body, it detached itself. And in fact, the next thing that we see is we see the arm that she cut off begins crawling across the ground past her.
Yucky. I don't like it.
And the body falls limp, decapitated in it. Okay. So, on the 0 turn, these two individuals, she's going to begin to carry them out this way, away from the big crashing noise. And I think that what happens here is the big crashing noise. You heard the zombie, and then Jericho, you're like preparing for the next blow to land.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't.
Suspicious.
Extremely. And it's your turn.
Yeah, okay. If that's how they're going to play, then Jericho's going to have to change up his tactics as well. Fine. Gonna be like that, are you? We can play that game. We can play with my backup dancers!
Yes.
What color
God damn
of
it.
light are your backup dancers clothed in?
I mean, first of all, I think you know that the only possible answer is all of them. It's a rainbow. But I will accept pretty much anything neon will do. That's good. That's good. Yeah.
Perfect. So I'm gonna make a wisdom save here. There is definitely one creature in range.
Technically, it's on their turns.
Oh, is it on their turns? Okay, cool. Right, it's when they start their turn in the area, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, beginning of their turn.
So
Okay,
again,
cool.
my vision is kind of impeded by the state of the dynamic lighting.
Yeah.
So I'm not totally sure how I want to move in order to best continue protecting the folks that I am endeavoring to protect.
If you move to there, everything inside the room is in range.
Beautiful. Okay.
about to
Obviously,
push
you
you out of
know,
range.
the undead are targeted. The innocent bystanders are not.
Right.
All of my friends and Hannibal are not.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, you might want to rethink that.
Cool.
Sorry, speaking as Jackson, your actual best friend.
Oh, right. Well, I mean, you're not actually here,
That's a good point
right?
as well.
I'm not really Jericho. Tragically.
Tragically.
I've only killed people by throwing 6 burns at them like twice tops.
I'm like only 80% Hannibal.
That sounds about right. You
That
still
sounds
have
about
your
right.
entire face.
Yeah, correct. That's the 20% that's missing.
Mhm. I'm trying though, guys. Don't worry.
Yeah, I was gonna say that may not even be entirely true anymore.
Okay, that's less awkward than when I made a joke about dying inside to the guy who I just started chemotherapy this week, but
Oh yeah, no, that's bad.
God, no. I know the feeling.
Oof. Oof.
I was.
anyway.
Jesus.
I got stabby
Farron,
with
it's your
my
turn.
sword.
Let's
Yeah, Farron,
Yay!
save us, please, save us.
There is no saving.
So let's check your first blow here really quick, Farron.
Mhm.
Your first blow is enough to strike the creature down in its demise. And there's nothing really else in range, so you can just move your free movement. It's still available at this time.
Yeah. I see. Obex. Okay, so I think.
Yeah, Kiramaliev saved him.
Yeah. So
Absolutely.
I think it's just merely I run and use my bonus action to dash.
Okay.
As I get back to where I started this whole from.
Ordeal.
Yeah, you guys got really spread out somehow.
Somehow.
Obek,
Well,
it's your
because
turn.
Farron told me to stay near him, and I'm like, you don't tell me what to fucking do.
You don't
I
appear
look
to
at
have any
Kirimalia.
targets.
I'm gonna go check on Daniela.
Shit.
Checking on Daniela.
So you see, as you get up to that location, you see that Garulda's host is kind of like huddled inside of the little because it's like there's not actual doors, right? It's just like cloth tarps hanging down, basically. You see him; he's like huddled on the other side of that. He's probably like right here now. He's like huddled on the other side of that. He's doing the thing that kids do when like they get down and they like, cover their head.
Yeah, I don't think attacking it's the greatest idea.
That'd be an easy way to take it out right here.
I'm just gonna watch.
Okay.
See if it does anything suspicious.
Okay. Hannibal, it's your turn.
I know it's my turn. You can stop telling me. So I get to right here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't go to right there. I go to right here. Shit. Can't. I have 5 more feet. Let's see. Fuck me.
Are you trying to see the guy on top of the boxes?
Yeah.
Okay, he's right here. You can see him from this position right here. Because he's on top of the boxes, so here, I'll move him right there so you can see his arm.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. I'm gonna blast him in the face.
Yeah, go for it.
Well, you know what? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to Eldritch. I'm gonna chow and pachow.
I don't see any pachows.
One on this one on that one. I can't move my hex over to him until that one's dead.
There they are. Okay. Jesus.
Wow.
So that's against
I can't
this
even
one.
make that save, to be fair. He just dies. You just
Okay, and the
obliterate him.
second one. You told me before I can't move my hex mid blast.
Yeah, you can't move your hex mid blast, yeah. Because it's all within the same action that you're doing this, so you don't have time to take a bonus action.
Wow.
That is a significant amount of damage, though, but it's not enough to take him out. However,
Stop. Wait.
yes.
I still have something, a gift from Farron, which you promised to give me if I didn't leave after I left.
Yeah, roll your d8. Let's see if you can do it. 4 is not enough.
Would I have been able to do it?
So shoot.
Yes, you would have been able to do it. You would have been able to do it, but a 4 was not quite enough. All of these guys are dead. Aelin, it's your turn.
Aelin, no pun intended, is gonna barrel forward.
Yeah, so now it's just difficult terrain. If like you want to like move, yeah.
Oh, I'm stuck.
Yeah, because that one is another level higher.
Then I will go to
So-
the left.
Right. Yeah. There you go.
So that's what?
That's 20.
50, 20. So there.
That's
I still
30.
can't
Yeah.
see
So
them. What?
the lady she's hidden behind the thing, but she's up on top of this box with her son in her arms. Right here.
That I can now see.
Yeah, I mean you can see them now because they're just on top of the box because of the dynamic lighting.
Yeah, I see them a tiny bit. Okay. Seeing that the little one is injured, and it's going to immediately attempt to rectify that situation so that he can run.
Okay. Do you want to like cast a healing spell on him or whatever?
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
Sorry, it's like not opening my character sheet for some reason.
Roll 27 fits. I will.
Oh, okay, I got it. I got it. It's
Okay.
like just open for some reason. It's weird.
Okay.
Okay. Here we go. There we go.
Nice. So 15 health. You cast it. The light descends upon him. You definitely know your spell went off. But I mean, he may not realize, or the mother may not realize what's going on yet. So we'll have to see what happens. But this guy's turn, and no matter what save he makes,
Wrecked.
do you want to roll the damage? I'm pretty sure even if he passes, he's gonna die. The damage is, I think, 3d8.
3d8 radiant.
Oh yeah, no. Even if he takes half of that, he is still extra dead. So the dancers begin to like pass through him and take parts of him away as they pass through him, and he disintegrates. And
Spinning and carving as they go.
we are no longer in combat.
Okay. I walk forward. I'm like, ah! I mean, they take a step back. Shit burned, bro. Also, I'm no longer ninja.
I mean, yeah, you could change. There you go. Yeah. So upon the end of this combat, Daniela slices up the rest of the arm, so that it is now dead, obviously. But how do the rest of you regroup? You can move around, do whatever you want at this point.
Obek is gonna turn to Kira and Malia and say, "It's awake. Get in here."
So Kira and Malia come down.
I'll help Aelin, I guess, patch up these poor people.
Yeah, so they get down off of the barrels, boxes.
Jericho would also like to get out.
Yeah, let me get everybody out. Let me save
Lovely.
everyone from dynamic lighting. Hell.
Basically, this corner right here.
Good God, I fucking.
And she's still carrying her son, Aelin.
Right.
And when they get down off the box, they're like, scared. You look at the wound on his leg, and you recognize it immediately as it appears to be damage from the dragon. And so your healing spell took away the pain and maybe the injury that he had, but you can tell that the wound itself has not healed. So he probably will never regain full use of the leg, sans additional, restoration magic of some sort.
Have you got somewhere safe you can go, or do you want to take shelter just a block away?
I think that the woman is crying and tears are streaming down her face, and she can't answer.
Okay, maybe
She's
we
in
should
shock.
Take them.
Yeah, I think
Maybe we
Aelin
should
gets
just
down
take 'em
on her
back.
knees if she isn't already, and just starts hushing her and just trying to calm them that we're here to help. Nothing else is gonna hurt you.
Right.
Try to get her to not be hysterical anymore.
Everything is dead. Your son probably won't walk again, but everything else is dead.
Aelin stomps on Hannibal's foot.
No, death glare over her shoulder.
Yeah,
I
so
didn't
eventually
say that. I don't know that.
you're able to get her standing and start walking them, I assume, towards the hovel.
Yeah, I think Aelin would just try to get them out of sight so she can actually take a better look at his leg.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to, do that here. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Could I have made a medicine check on that leg?
Well,
Sure,
I had already
but...
determined what it was, right? Last time when I was in the hospital.
Yeah, it's whatever magic the dragon has available to it.
To be fair, I don't know that.
True.
How do we have a guess at how treatable it is? What kind of magic? How many attempts?
Aelin determined it would take some restoration, greater or lesser, depending on the severity of the actual injury.
I have both.
Yeah, his injury is enough that his injury isn't enough that Aelin believes it will take a greater. But a lesser would certainly make it so that it's had a better chance for sure.
Everything is dead.
Because again, there's weird bullshit dragon magic going on here that kind of surpasses normal understanding of how it works. But you could certainly make it so that he can walk properly again with lesser restoration. He just might always have a scar that will, I'm sure, woo the ladies.
Yeah, it's just badass. So I think you look like you've done well. Ow!
Oh.
What did you do to him, Farron, as he walked up to you?
I obviously punched him.
Oh, unarmed attack. I see it. Yes. Okay.
Honey, stop running away from me.
I wasn't running away from you. I was running to them. The woman and her child that I just saved, who would have been devoured by the undead if I hadn't. Honestly, you're so sensitive.
Fine, let's just go.
Change of plans, Farron. New love interest is Jericho instead of Al.
Yes, let's go. You can safely take shelter in my home again. Stop.
By
So-
the way, Daniela would have also taken like the wrist of this kid again,
Yeah.
just to be sure.
I don't know what sounds better. I don't know what sounds better. Jericho McKay or Farron Tannhauser. Don't know.
Heiser.
No, it's totally canon. It's Hauser now. I'm just throwing it out there.
I've always thought it to be Hauser.
Well, isn't that how it's pronounced?
It is not. It is pronounced
it's-
Tannheiser.
Tannhauser,
I'm
yeah.
sorry. My vodka and cranberry is a little too strong right now.
It's okay. No one else is getting it right either.
So you all make it back into the hovel. Obviously, there are some. Everybody's awake now. Certainly, there was no thoughts of probably going to sleep, and Daniela probably at some point, like once everybody's back and the boy is safe, like drags out the corpse and the hand, and like tosses them out into the street, along with the body of the other zombie.
Normally I'd dissect it, but I had no interest in the undead.
So notable absences here is the ogre, seemingly to have vanished. As well as Obek, you definitely saw some other zombies that appear to have moved off, didn't engage for whatever reason.
Yeah, given the hammering that was happening on the wall there, I think Jericho will sort of bring it up by just asking, so, who killed the ogre?
I heard it a lot, but I didn't kill it.
What ogre?
Right. So that's still running
That's not
around then.
I suppose so. Hopefully.
Can't be that much worse than anything else going on in this town.
So you get back in, and Aelin, you heal the leg, and it patches up, but like I said, there's still like probably a scar remaining that just magic won't be able to get rid of. But you knit the muscles together so he can at least walk again. Maybe with some, he'll probably have a limp for a while, or maybe the rest of his life, but it won't impede him too much. So
I convey as
yeah, they're not elvish, but they very clearly have elven blood in them. Similar to how like Jericho looks, where he's got fair features and his ears are probably slightly pointy.
I mean, I don't know which definition of fair you're using here, but we did establish that Jericho's elvish parent is actually a dark elf.
Correct.
Smooth.
Correct.
How about smooth?
They're no less pretty in the world of Warhammer. They just tend to be a bit more pale.
Dark elves are paler than non-dark elves?
Yeah,
Yep.
considering that they live underground.
Well, I mean, so do drow, but it doesn't stop them.
Yeah.
Okay,
Uh,
fair enough.
Yeah, in
Who might
Warhammer, they're
argue with
actually
magic?
yeah, they actually are lighter, paler complexion than the rest of the other elven.
Weird.
Because actually, surprisingly, the darkest complexion elves are high elves because they're a seafaring race. They spend most of their time on the ocean.
Makes sense.
Oh.
I like sea elves.
Uh,
Right.
I don't like elves.
Gonna play a sea elf pirate at some point.
probably not, Jackson.
I know. I just.
But
I
yes,
guess so,
I see where you were going, but probably not. So you get them patched up, and I think that from here we have a little bit of a fast forward. Everybody recovers. After a few like scopes of the area, you probably collect like the bodies and either burn them or hide them, or make them in such a manner that they can't be reused. Maybe Morella and Daniela consecrate the area. Maybe you incinerate them. Who knows? But I think that the fast forward that I want to have here is the next day, the next morning, you all wake up. And you recover all the normal things you would recover for a day. So if you guys want to roll some hit dice and stuff like that, go for it. Absolutely.
Sure thing.
Don't forget good old Song of Rest.
And Song of Rest, yes.
Indeed.
I'm already fully recovered, so I do not need it. Good sir.
I think I'll need to spend 2, maybe 3. So we'll see.
Seriously, say 58.
You recover them first, and then you spend them, right?
Other way around.
Yes.
Is it the other way around?
No, it's you recover then
Yes,
spend. Yeah.
you're right.
Okay.
It's so that
Okay.
you can't be at max, use 3, and then immediately get 3 back or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, so you recover and then spend.
Okay.
Everybody gets 1 for Song of Rest.
And
To be fair, Jericho, you had a stressful night. Maybe you're not playing as well as.
would multiple songs of rest happen?
I actually don't know the answer to that question.
At the very least, I
It's-
think each person gets to roll.
Yeah,
the
each
highest
person gets
should
to roll
apply.
the highest should apply. Yeah, absolutely. At the very least, I agree with that.
Yeah, it's kind of.
I mean, there are very few opportunities where there are 2 bards in the party, so
Yeah.
That's exactly
Come on,
what I was
Farron.
thinking.
Show up, Jericho.
It's one thing to
Yeah.
have multiple martial classes; it's another to have multiple spellcasters.
yeah, I think maybe that's the best way to do it is whoever has the highest, and that's the little competition between the 2 of them, right?
Wonderful.
Well,
Uh,
3 is better than 1. So
Yeah. So it's still not great, but it's better.
Let's see, 15.
It's enough to bring me up
18,
back to maximum.
18. I think that puts me at 1 off at maximum. So, yeah, that puts me at 1 off.
So there actually is no limit. It doesn't say anything about a limit in the Song of Rest rules.
Well, no, but generally speaking, they say it's like if you get the same effect twice, they don't stack.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll do it how it is, how we ruled it. That seems fair.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's fine.
So
It's not like having
Mark
an extra 3
Mark
HP's
1
gonna-
tally mark for a win for you, Farron.
yeah. Although his is a D8 and mine's still a D6, so he will still win.
Okay, Mark 1.1 wins for you. So the next morning, upon awakening, you guys have recovered. You can put Kira back at full health as well, and Daniela.
Oh.
The Hannibal and Aelin, you both receive a message from Cahill.
Oh wait, real quick though. I did a long rest. What do I need to roll on the
Oh
thing?
right. What's the clock number? I forgot.
0 out of 10?
0 out of 10. Roll me an Arcana check.
Okay.
It's gonna get progressively harder. So the first one starts off easy.
Inspiration.
Sure. Yeah, 21's no problem. Very, very easily success. So you basically you don't gather any new information on the item, but you begin like recording it. You begin like a formal research project on it, right? You you take out your quill and your ink and you begin writing things down and you begin making connections between the information you already know. And that's what's reflective of your success on the first time.
Okay.
Cool. So the message you two receive is, and you receive essentially the same message, and you've been in communique kind of back and forth. But this one appears formal, more formal than you've been receiving. And Dane tells you, Hannibal. In fact, actually no, Dane probably sends you like, "Hey, look through my eyes really quick," right? And like when you wake up in the morning, and you do, and Cahill's standing there, and you can see him. He's sitting. He's actually probably riding on a horse. And he's sitting in the saddle, and it's kind of coming up and down. And you see the morning sun kind of rising, on his right hand side, and he kind of like you could tell Dane nods, and Cahill nods back, and he goes, "Hannibal, we have figured out a way to accelerate our progress. I know that you fare somewhat well, but we need a plan. We'll be there within a week."
It's a lot sooner than we were expecting, wasn't it?
It's about a week sooner than you were expecting. And he says to you, we've been pushing the soldiers hard. They will not be 100% by the time we get there, but we have needed to increase our travel time, or decrease our travel time. There are extenuating circumstances that I will explain when hopefully we meet again.
Speaking of which, let me give you a little status update there, Cahill.
Yeah, you do that, and then it relays through Dane.
So, I tell him about the generals that we fought, what's going on currently.
Yeah.
And also I told him that we have managed to obtain the staff that controls the undead dragon, and I'm currently making strides in research to take control back.
Yeah, and I think he nods and he says, yes, that is good. It will be necessary, but is not of our concern unless this beast is where you are right now.
It isn't. Where is it, speaking of? Last I heard it was heading towards you, wasn't it?
We do not know. We saw the light, and then we saw a great creature fly off in the direction somewhat south and a little to the west of us, but cannot say for certain where it has gone.
Isn't that, just out of character real quick, isn't that towards the capital?
Kind of, yeah.
Isn't that towards the capital?
Yeah, and I think he just nods and kind of like gazes off into the distance. He's like, yes, one thing at a time though.
Alright then. So yeah. That's
Um,
also an update. We'll make sure to have preparations ready for when you arrive.
Yeah, so then early in the morning, also Aelin, when you know, the dove begins to glow and warm, and you have a message, and it says essentially the same thing. It says, you know, be aware we'll be there within the week. I hope this finds you well. Remain safe and work with the others to form a plan. And then, like, it's all pretty formal until the end when it just says, I miss you at the end of it. And you could tell, like, the message appears strained. He probably hasn't been sleeping very well in his forced march, if at all. In fact, Cannibal, you would know he hasn't been sleeping well in this forced march.
Yeah.
In fact, Dane probably has woken you up a few nights, like, hey, because he's supposed to relay everything that goes on, so you've been maybe kind of on the same sleep schedule as he is, so, you know, you are probably feeling the effects, albeit not fully yet, as he is.
You know, I'm going to do something a little bit strange for Hannibal. I thank Dane, and I say he's doing a good job.
Yeah, there's like a long pause. Yeah, there's like a long pause, and he goes, I do not know what to do with this.
Yeah, nah. No one does.
Yeah, and then
People
ends.
seem to be confused when I say they do a good job.
Yes, master. So I assume over breakfast, one of you or both of you relay this information to the rest of the group.
I'll do it.
So yeah, how does that conversation go? You're all waking up at various times. There's probably still a couple people like still groggily waking up just because of the intensity of the fight last night.
So I'm eating some rations.
Mhm.
Chomping on it. Oh yeah, the army's gonna arrive in a week.
That's what?
Yeah,
Yes, what Hannibal's trying to say.
Hold up, something's stuck in my teeth.
It
Got it, go ahead.
goes very hard, and they will be here in a week. They've been able to cut their time in half. We must be ready for them.
Well, I suppose we've been making decent progress ourselves. In a way. Very carefully does not look over at the staff.
Yeah, speaking of which, it seems the dragon is heading southwest.
Well, I certainly wouldn't want to head north from here myself.
Yeah. So feel free to draw conclusions from that as you will about where it is heading.
I see.
I'm
Well
making
then.
strides, though. I just discovered that I can make research papers.
Collective facepalm.
How fortunate for you, Hannibal.
Mm-hmm. I'm at 1 out of 10.
You can read?
I know, it's a shocker, isn't it?
I think
Enough
she's
with the
kind of.
comments. We need to make a plan now. Time is growing short.
I just thought he was an intuitive sort of thing, a holistic sorcerer. All right, well, we've got some, at least, of our work done as far as removing the lieutenants in the city. We've got a plan as far as drawing their attention away by making it look as if we're trying to open up which gates? North and east, and then opening south after all, closest to the army.
Yeah, the east gate is the one destroyed. North and west are the ones that are, like, north is the one where less guards but more foot traffic.
Okay.
Yeah, in fact, it's probably better if I just bring everybody to here. So yeah, north is less guards but more foot traffic. West, which is this one over here, is normal, a complement of guards, like not anything in particularly strong. This is the one that's destroyed and is like a 300 foot gap or whatever. And then this is the one where they're increasing defenses heavily.
And south is also the one that is closest to where we expect the army to arrive.
Correct.
From, right?
Yep, correct.
Yeah, we can't let them walk around. They're already as tired as they could fucking be. We need to take out the south gate somehow.
Agreed. So we want something coordinated to draw attention to other gates. All three of them, ideally. And we have a week to put that into action. Well, that's not so bad.
You know who actually might have something we could use? Some type of mass poison.
Is it your friend the doctor again?
You know it. Yeah, double finger gun at it.
You know we have alchemists here in the city who aren't horrifying.
I look
Are they-
dead at Hannibal when he says that.
Are they any good?
Of course
Hopefully
they're
better
good.
than you, Hannibal.
And yeah, they are. And he
Well,
especially. He made a dissolving acid poison.
That seems excessive. What would you
Very.
even use that for?
The gate.
Okay, I don't think it needs to be poisonous for a gate, though.
No, we can spread the poison there. We need something that can take out a lot of people at once. Or at the very least, we need something that can get at a lot of people at once. I don't think we have any hope taking this thing on just head on. I can't find my phone. Somewhere in here. Someone else talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's everybody's opinion on this? I think that notably Obek hasn't made a comment yet, and Farron hasn't really made a comment yet, and you guys were the ones who actually explored the locations. So what is your opinion on the matter? Because like I said, you actually have the most firsthand knowledge out of everybody.
Just to like recap my memory a little bit, the east gate doesn't actually have a gate, right? That's the one that's
Correct.
broken with the
Yeah, it's completely destroyed. It's open. You can walk out about, like 60 to 100 feet out of the gate, but then it's all destroyed, and then there's like a couple of like there's gaps, and the largest one is about 300 feet wide.
Yeah, unless we have a master wizard that can use master illusion or something, then probably not getting through that way.
Don't worry, guys. I have minor illusion. I just need to do it 3 times.
Yeah. I mean, for gates, my personal opinion was the west would probably be best. south seems too heavily fortified now, and the north.
Well,
is
that's the kind of thing that we have a weekly
army.
change, isn't it?
I think we can make a big enough distraction in the city to pull the guards away from the gate in the south.
Yes. And so the question begets to, what exactly is this distraction that we want to do?
Poison.
That's not so much a distraction as
There is, in all seriousness, though. Enough with the jokes. There is a. If I remember correctly, isn't there a general to the northeast?
You mean the demon?
To him. We cause enough of a ruckus there after we take care of Doc Manic. Maybe they'll be more incentivized to go help out. Draw people
I'm
away.
not sure whether that demon is alive or dead.
Yeah, because remember that's the one that that Morella believes she killed the host of it.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I forgot about that, guys. I thought that it was just another thing.
No, yeah. She believes she killed the host of Chains, or at least the host of a powerful demon in that area. That might have been Chains, because there was some like weird. She went to where Chains was. The building was melted down, so she had to go looking, and she found a powerful demon and then killed it, or killed the host at least, depending on what happens to it. It might have been Chains. It might not have been. Who knows?
Speaking of, how many people are under resistance?
Probably about 1,000 over across all the cells.
2 days before the army arrives, if we can lure away some of the demons from the south gate, do you think we could occupy it? Or even just the day before?
Less time would be better.
I feel like occupying it is a dangerous prospect. Under our best circumstances, they won't be paying much attention when the army does arrive, and we can get as many of them through the gate as possible. If there's occupation, then they'll have time to try to reinforce defenses around it.
Then why don't we occupy a different gate?
This I like.
They'll draw away from the south gate thinking that's what we're planning on sending our army through if we occupy it early.
So, Westgate would be the more obvious one, but North would potentially have some interesting prospects in terms of cutting them off from some of their reinforcements.
Plus, if they draw from the south one, it'll take them longer to get back to it.
Yeah. So these are all great ideas, and as you're having this conversation, probably Aelin, you notice this. You've been less involved with the conversation than the rest. You notice a sparrow flits down onto one of the windows, and it just kind of like hops back and forth and is like looking in and doing the thing that birds do when they like turn their head to the side. And you look closely and you can see that there is there appears to be a small piece of paper attached to the bird's legs.
It's a spy. Kill it.
Messenger, more likely.
I mean, Aelin does the Disney princess thing and walks over to have it perch on her
It
finger
whistles
to,
to it.
Yeah.
to take the letter from it.
I mean, roll an animal handling check, right?
I mean, hell yeah, I'll do that.
If you don't have proficiency, I'm gonna question your character. Megan.
She doesn't need animal handling. She's just a Disney princess.
Correct.
She gets to take 15.
Let it go. Let it go.
This is why I question.
It
I'm
runs away.
such good at
It was-
animal handling too. Damn it.
I would like to inspire her.
Thing is, I have inspiration, but I thought with like my highest bonus, it would be okay. But
Well,
apparently not.
it's the last roll of the night. Do you want to burn it and then say you used it?
Sure.
Yes.
All right. So yeah, you're just like you hold out your finger, and the bird just comes flitting up, and all of you are like, wait, what a second, and you pull it off, and you unroll the little scroll, and it's written in very kind of rough writing, and you and it says, the vanguard has arrived, 1,500 strong warriors. How can we be of assistance? And then it's signed, Kree.
Yeah, it is.
Because if you remember correctly, he was sent ahead of.
Yeah, way ahead.
So with the knowledge that you all have the strong lizardmen, and if you remember correctly, it's the bear riders and the lizardmen cavalry.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
So you now have that resource available to you, and that is probably a great place to call an end for the night.
Yeah. Yeah. There's definitely going to be ideas floating.
With some more resources at your disposal to plan your assault of Middenheim. So here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna do outro real quick. Can you all stand by for just like 2 minutes?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, sounds good.
Cool. Thank you guys. It's been a hell of a lot of fun, and I will be back with you momentarily. All right, stream. Thank you all for being here. It's been a hell of a lot of fun. We will be back next week with some more Siege of the Empire. If you enjoyed this, check everything out, YouTube and Twitch and all the other fun stuff. You know how to find me. I assume all of you know how to utilize the internet. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. And from all of us to you, may your dice always roll high or low if that's your intention. And as always, try not to die. Bye, everybody.